Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I'm talking to you about my top 10 comic picks for September 28th, 2022. But first, please be sure to subscribe, like the video, and comment down below what you're picking up this week. I have some really cool comics that I'm really dying to talk about, like always. But especially some returning ones, as well as some brand new ones. So I'm really excited to talk about those, and I'm dying to know what you guys are most excited for too. So let's dive right into my number 10. It's going to be Street Fighter's Masters Chun-Li #1. Now this is a one-shot special, but it's all about the amazing Chun-Li. She's the most powerful woman in the world, in the Street Fighter world, and it looks like Officer Chun-Li is going to go back to China and determine how to put an end to the Shadaloo scheme that is going on right now. So it just seems like a really fun issue, and with Street Fighter 6 on the verge of coming out, there's been a lot of Street Fighter hype. So I just thought that this comic would be a really fun issue to talk about, and also just maybe not on a lot of people's radars. So I kind of want to just let you know, if you're a Street Fighter fan, that this comic's coming out, and they got some pretty badass covers as well. So you might want to check that out at your shop. In my number 9 spot, it's going to be The Nice House on the Lake #10. It's finally returning. I'm so happy. This is one of my favorite tie-in runs, and I really like this issue, and I'm really excited to see how everything is going to unravel. It looks like Nora finally is going to have the upper hand against Walter, and she's been planning for everything. However, it seems like in this issue, it's probably not going to go the way she planned. But I thought she thought of everything. So what is going to happen, and how is it going to happen? I'm sure there's going to be some crazy twists this issue that we haven't seen coming, and I'm really, really looking forward to that. I'm hoping it is a great issue. My number 8 spot, it's going to go to Thor #27. Wow, it's been a really long time since Thor came out, especially a Thor that didn't go with this Hulk Smastronaut tie-in thing, the Hulk banner. I didn't like that at all. I thought it was pretty bad, but if you did like it and enjoy it, I'm very glad. Unfortunately for me, I just had like 2 really great Thor and Hulk runs, and then when they like kind of smashed this one together, it just wasn't for me. But I am excited to see where Thor takes it after that, because it looks like he's going to be teaming up with Venom, which everyone knows Donny Cates was the Venom writer prior, so having him rewrite Venom is going to be an interesting tale, especially tying it in with his Thor story. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this plays out and how they actually intertwine with each other. I'm hoping it's just not some cop-out like, oh, he fell from the sky, or like some lame thing like that. But I do have high hopes for this, and I hope it is really good. In my number 7 spot, it's going to go to Human Target #7. Speaking of returning, Human Target's returning, and I really, really like Human Target. It's in my top 10 right now. I think it is one of Tom King's best runs since Mr. Miracle. I think it is really fun. I love Greg Smallwood's art, and in this issue, Christopher Chance only has a couple days left to live, and he needs to solve his own murder, and right now, even I'm incredibly confused on who is going to be, so I have no idea how this is going to play out. I am hoping that it's going to be a little surprise, but it looks like we're going to get an introduction to fire in this one, so that might be very, very interesting. I also am really excited because there's this gorgeous art germ of fire, and he also did an ice cover as well. So like those just are going to look so great next to each other. So I'm really excited to see what Tom King has in store. In my number 6 spot, it's going to go to Roadie #1. This is a brand new Dark Horse title done by Tim Seeley and Fran Galan. Now, this really piqued my interest, not just because I really kind of liked the synopsis. It sounds like a fun adventure, but the artist, Fran Galan, he did a small Dark Horse book called Lucky Devil with Cullen Bunn, and it was really surprising, and he was definitely on my radar for artists because I was incredibly surprised on how much I liked this art, and it was somebody I wasn't incredibly familiar with. So now that I see he's coming out with a new title, I am 100% on board to checking this out, and it looks like this is definitely going to revolve around a horror, nostalgia, heavy metal music, and redemption. So those all sound like really interesting things. It sounds like this former heavy metal metal band Roadie is set to return back to his old job, which he never thought he would end up doing. His old job, he's an exorcism, and who does he have to perform an exorcism on? None other than his own daughter. So it sounds like it's going to be heartbreaking, but also really cool and punk rock. So to me, that just sounds like a really fun ride, and I'm all here for it. In my number 5 spot, it's going to go to Department of Truth number 21. We are now past the 20 mark, which is crazy to think of, and I am incredibly excited to see where Cole Turner's loyalties actually stand. He is in the midst of the middle of a Cold War about to break out, and I have no idea what's going to happen. I feel like there's just every issue, I feel like, oh, I think I know. Oh, wait. And it's just like, boom. It's like a total surprise. And I love this comic just for that reason. I'm always on my toes. I'm always excited to see what happens. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what Tynan and Martin Simmons have in store for Department of Truth, because frankly, this has been one of my favorite runs, and I'm just really hyped that it's continued on a monthly schedule, because if it wasn't, I'd be devastated. But it's so good, and I really can't wait for this issue. In my number 4 spot, it's going to go to 8 Billion Genies number 5. Now, we've seen so much of this, but now we're going to get into the first 8 months. Now, a lot of people seem to have been making wishes, a lot more people have been dying, and we definitely are in danger. So, then the end of the last issue, we end up going to find our hero, who is the Idea Man, and he seems pretty darn interesting. I have a theory of who he is and who the other people are in the background. If you've ever read Curse Words, I believe that the Idea Man is Wizard, and behind him is Ruby and Margaret, their daughter. And I really hope so, because that would just be a beautiful way to blend in Curse Words into this universe. And I think it's a really cool idea to have this Idea Man, because he doesn't seem like he's actually a genie. However, his clothes and everything resembles the genies. So not too sure how he became this. Since if my prediction is correct, Wizard probably got tired of making all these wishes for everyone and doing all this magic, and just decided, hey, if I give everyone a genie, they can make their own wishes and I won't have to do anything. So I can see that happening. So I'm really, really looking forward to this issue, and I hope it's some big banger of an issue. In my number 3 spot, it's going to go to Briar. Briar, my bad, Briar. That's an interesting title, but it's Briar Rose, so it's Briar, my bad. It is a mini-series of Boom. It is written by Christopher Cantwell and drawn by Hermine Garcia. And it is essentially, what if Sleeping Beauty never got her happy ending? What if she had to save herself? What if there was no prince to rescue her? And that sounds incredibly interesting to me. The art in particular looks gorgeous, as well as a 1 in 50 Jenny Frison. So if you are able to get your hands on that, highly recommend it. It is a gorgeous cover, and honestly, I'm really liking dark, grim fairy tales, and I like the idea of this one as well. So I'm hoping this one is really good. Boom has a great track record, so I have high hopes for this, and I hope it surprises me, honestly. In my number 2 spot, it's going to go to Old Dog number 1. This is a image book, and it is written and drawn by Declan Shalvey. He, in particular, is probably one of my brother's favorite people, so he's gotten me really hyped for this, and I'm really excited to see where this goes. When Declan has full control of his projects, he is outstanding. He can really, really shine, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what he does with this. It follows a man, Jack Lynch, who is a promising CIA operative, but when he was just about to retire and he's looking back at his failed career, he's tasked with one final mission, and it goes horribly wrong. So what happens after this horrible mission, I'm not too sure. We definitely have to check out this this comic, and it's got some really interesting covers. I'm really hoping for the best. It sounds like it's going to be a Winter Soldier meets Mission Impossible in this Bourne-esque action espionage blowout. So it should just be a really badass comic, and I'm really hyped for that. So for honorable mentions, I got a couple here. I have Action Comics number 1047. Kal-El is going to return, so I'm really excited for that. Amazing Spider-Man number 10. We're really pushing out these Amazing Spider-Man, so if you keep it up with that, 100% check it out on Wednesday. Axe Avengers number 1. This is a really important tie-in for the Axe storyline. Batman Beyond the White Knight number 5. Really excited for that one return. Born of Blood number 1. This is a Sparta comic. This one looks really interesting. I kind of had my eyes on it, and I was going to put it in my top 10, so it's kind of like my 11 right now. It seems really cool, and the art seems really nice. Detective Comics number 1064, Ram V, killing it. I love it. Fortnite x Marvel Zero War number 5, the last one. Harley Quinn number 22, some really, really standout covers. Justice League vs. Legion of Superheroes number 6, it's the last one. I just wanted to give a shout out to my Legions. Love the Legion of Superhero. And Task Force Z number 12. I've had a really fun time with this one. I'm really excited to see how it all wraps up. So my number 1 spot, who does it go to? None other than DC Horror presents Sergeant Rock versus the Army of the Dead number 1. Now this is a mini-series of 6 gorgeous Gary Frank covers, and written by none other than the amazing Bruce Campbell. Bruce Campbell, Ash himself, is going to be writing this comic, and I am so hyped. I think this is going to be a really, really fun comic. Now, it's Berlin in 1944. The Nazis are about to just completely be crushed and crumbled, but Hitler has a secret project in store. He is resurrecting his Nazis. And who better to fight these Nazis than Sergeant Rock? I am really excited we're getting another Sergeant Rock comic. I'm really excited it's written by Bruce Campbell, writing Nazi zombies. I just am so hyped overall. Also, the artist, Eduardo Rizzo, did 100 Bullets. Really fantastic artist, so I'm really excited to see what this has in store. I hope it is a terror fest, and I hope it is just so freaking cool. That is my main hope for this, and I hope it just continues to intrigue people and want people to keep buying it. So yeah, I'm freaking hyped for this. I am so excited. This is probably going to be the first thing I read, and yeah, I can't wait. So I'd love to know what you guys are picking up at your comic book store this Wednesday, September 28th, 2022. You can find all of these and many, many more there. Have a great day.